Hello! So I did a question and answers video a while ago, and I said that I would answer one question separately, and that was Chris's question, and I'm going to do that now. Chris's question was, who is my presidential candidate of choice, and why? First off, I have to admit that I'm not comfortable voting for a third-party candidate. Because of the whole thing that they won't win realistically. And I know there are more, I know that there are benefits of voting for a third-party candidate, and Chris, you've done videos on this that have been wonderful, but I can't bring myself to do it. So I'm between, there's Mitt Romney and there's Barack Obama. And I am voting for Barack Obama. My biggest problem with Mitt Romney, and this is a general Republican viewpoint, but Mitt Romney has this whole stance that if you want freedom, you want to be American, you want these things, you've got to work for it. And that would be perfect if we lived in a perfect world. But the fact is, we don't, and we have people with disabilities, we have people with illnesses, and we have old people. And, you know, there's people like my grandmother, who is 75 years old, she's going to be 76 in January, and she has some major health problems, like a lot of people her age. She was a housewife, she raised 5 children, and she worked like under the table as a seamstress, she did that sort of work. In the eyes of the government, my grandmother would be somebody who doesn't deserve benefits. I mean, even though she did work for many years, even though it was under the table, and she raised 5 children, and, you know, she was a hard worker. She did contribute to society, but according to the government, not so much. So right now, she's in a pinch. She's in the hospital, and, yeah. So who covers people like my grandmother? How, you know, enormous medical bills because she can't afford proper insurance. There's Medicare for older people, but it doesn't cover everything. And it's not fair. It's not fair because our system is flawed, and it's not right. And I feel that Barack Obama has more in his mind that he wants to fix this. He wants to fix these things and work on these things and help the people that need help. And Mitt Romney is in the point of view that it's black or white, it's these people are lazy, they don't want to work, they're bringing down America, they should get out. You know, it's not fair, because as a society we have weak and vulnerable individuals living in our country, and it is our job to take care of them. That's also why I am for socialized healthcare. Make fun of me down below if you'd like, but I feel that we should move in that direction. Mitt Romney is very for spending a lot of money on the military, and I'm not. I think that that money should go back to the United States of America citizens. I think that we should get that money, that money should go to help our weak and vulnerable people, and it's not helping going into our military. We have enough military spending. I'm not opposed to having a military. I think it's needed, but I feel we're too focused on it. We have our priorities in the wrong place, and we're not thinking about individuals and what individuals need. And I feel that Barack Obama is more in the mindset to help the individual, and Mitt Romney is not. Another problem I feel is that Mitt Romney is somebody who has never been in the position to need help, so he doesn't understand. He's never had to live with a mother that needed welfare to support her children, or else, you know, she couldn't feed them. You know, he's never had to see that. He's never had to deal with that. And that's a real problem. People get laid off due to no fault of their own. And they lose their jobs, and they lose their pensions, and they lose their things. And it's not always their fault. It's not because they don't want to work. It's because shit happens. We live in a shitty, fucked up world, and we need to be there to support one another. And I'm repeating that over and over and over again, but I can't put enough emphasis on that we need to help each other. And I don't feel that Mitt Romney feels that way. And I suppose that's all I'm going to say on the subject for now. So, DFTBA. Hate on me down below if you'd like. Cheers.